So in the last couple of episodes of Pokemon White, there are some few things that I want to clear up. The first of which, most of which take place in the village bridge. First off being the berry sandwich area, where I said that that's probably the only place in which you can get different berries in the game, since there aren't any, areas where berries grow. Wrong, you can only get one kind of berry per day, and that's the lumberry. Next up was the woman with the 4 or 5 pet rats, who appears now on Marvelous Bridge after speaking to her. And that's the actual name of the bridge, I couldn't remember it before. Well, anyway, she'll only ever give you a big mushroom, whereas I before stated that it was either big mushrooms and or mini mushrooms / small mushrooms. And also the fisherman in which you can show specific Pokemon to will actually give you 5 dive balls. My bad. Also, some other points of interest with Village Bridge is, of course, the finding of Zangooses, which is always awesome. But there is also a very interesting thing, which, whilst fishing in rippling water, there is a 5% chance of encountering a level 35 to level 70 Lapras. I thought I would just point that out because that's pretty damn crazy. Because the other 95% is mostly the stupid red and blue striped Basculin, so that's fun. But anyways, that's just a few things that I would like to put out there. So yeah, that's about it. On with the video. Hey everyone, ToneGeek here, back with another ToneGeek's Pokemon White Adventure episode. On the last episode of After Game Goodness, we arrived here, wherever the here is, I totally fucking forgot. I was right, it was like an hour special where I ranted and raved about, well, I didn't rave, but just more ranting about Kingdom Hearts. So yeah. Oh, and we also found the last, sage. So, that's always nice. Anyway, right here we get the Reaper Cloth, which is useful for, I think, making Dusclops evolve into Dusknoir, or something like that. I forget their names. Like Duskull and then Dusclops, I think. Oh, anyway. Don't want to deal with this shit right now. So let's just climb back up the waterfall. Oh, I thought about this guy off screen. Oh, I must have just imagined things. Okay, I'm back. I left briefly to go take a whiz. So, yeah. Anyway, coming down this way. And what's this? Oh, so out of breath. God. I'm not unhealthy. Well, technically I am. But I got that damn stupid... I don't know if you call it disease or just... I got this annoying thing where, for some reason, I don't know the official name of it because it's long and complex, but basically what it means is that my rib cage hasn't grown properly, and so I probably have very small lungs. It's very complicated to explain. I'm a very, very ill child. I've got that, and I've got eczema, which hasn't played up at all for quite some time. So yeah. Anyway, there we got a TM for flamethrower. Hell yeah. And then here is some janitor dude. Hey janitor dude. It is the great Landorus that protects this land. With its help we are assured of rich soil and prosperous harvests. You should visit Great Landorus' little shrine and pay your respects. So yeah, this is the area in which Landorus can be found. And simply put, you can eventually obtain Landorus as long as you have both Thunderous and Tornadius in the same game. Now, even though I now have got a 3DS, which is totally wicked and awesome, sadly I didn't decide to pick up a copy of Pokemon Black, so there's really no way for me to transfer Tornadus over, so I'm just gonna be stuck with Thunderous for the time being. So, here we got Hyper Potion, and then there's someone back there. Hey! Eek! Hey! Don't sneak up on me like that! So today is the 17th of June, which if you're not aware of, and why is there... Okay, I thought there was a patch of grass there for a moment, but it's just part of the tree. I'm a dumbass, right? Anyway, like I was saying, today is the 17th of June, which if you didn't know, is... Chimeko, what the hell? God damn it, now I'm getting a little distracted again. It's Father's Day. Jeez. What the hell was the point of coming over this way? So... That's always great. Hope you're having a fun Father's Day. Oh, full pics. But technically in my house it's Stepfather's Day because I have a stepfather. Yeah. Fuck. Bronzong. So let's carry on what I was saying. Yeah, it's Stepfather's Day. Oh, I almost made it through the grass without running into a single damn Pokemon. Yeah, so... And the reason that I'm not celebrating Father's Day, but... Oh my god! But instead celebrating Stepfather's Day is because my dad's dead. He died 10 years ago to lung cancer because he smoked a lot. So for any smokers out there, you will die. Anyway, got Razor Fang there. That's always sweet. Anything down here? Nope, just a shortcut back to the way we came. And then this little girl who's gonna camp the damn place out. God damn you. I got tired of Pokemon battles with the same people, so I want to have a battle with you. Ah, clever. Hiding out right there so that someone would come by. I see your plan, little girl, and I don't like it. Even if you possibly may have the 3 different forms of Burmy. I mean, she has 3 Pokemon. It's only natural she's probably going to have the 3 forms of Burmy. Burmy! That was my terrible impression of Burmy. And I'm pretty sure each of Burmese types actually gives it a slight different type, because I could have sworn that one time when I was fighting a different form of Burmese, that even when I was using like fire or something, it didn't do as much or something, I don't know. So, what move should Sykes do? Possibly Psychic! So yeah, as you can see, I'm also now resorting to my Pokemon Emerald team. Now, you know, the Diamond team proved their worth, they did what they needed to, and okay, so she doesn't have all three forms of Burmese, just a Burmese, a Tingler, and then something else. You know, I thought it was about high time these guys also got some airtime. I mean, they've had their, as you can see, they're all at level 18 as well. I've been grinding them off screen. It's just, it's the Pokemon White team that's going to annoy me the most, because whereas with the Emerald team that came into this game at level 70 roundabout, because that's what they were during Diamond when they fought Cynthia. So it was kind of easy for them to grind up. Diamond team not so much, because they were slightly lower, but still high enough that it wasn't going to take that long. But the Pokemon White team were around about level 55 to 60, somewhere around that area. So I managed to grind a few of them up to at least level 65 at least. So what do we want to do here? Oh wait, taking so much risks. Oh, thank God, I was about... Tiny mushroom! Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that reminds me, I was supposed to tell you something. You know at the beginning of this video that I did that whole spiel about how I ballsed things up because my knowledge of Pokemon sucks, and that everything I told you was a complete lie, and that the actual things were these exact things, and I said those things? I've totally forgotten. It's been a while since I actually recorded that little beginning part. Well, here's another thing that I've actually ballsed up, and that was the riches in Undella Town, where I was saying like, oh, you fight blah 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 and the Pokemon like get increasingly strong and etc etc. Well, I would explain it like this. Basically, the first riches that you fought, which I fought, is Pokemon's level 60, right? Because I said like the strongest is like something 70 odd, but it's not really. So his first one's like 60, I think, or is it 61? It would make more sense, because then the next guy who has two Pokemon, they're both level 62. And then the third person comes along who has three Pokemon, has all level 63. And I think you can see where I'm going with this. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Whoa, did we just have to get moved along so that this little cutscene could get in place? If you wreck Great Landros' little shrine, it'll cause a bad storm. That's not true. The Pokemon that brings bad thunderstorms is a different Pokemon. No, silly, you've got it wrong. This is a shrine for Great Landros. It punished a Pokemon that did a bad thing. If you wreck the shrine, it can't punish that stormy Pokemon if it comes back. But that doesn't make any sense. If a Pokemon does a bad thing, Great Landros will come to help us, whether it has a shrine or not. You're the silly one. No, you're silly! Hey, wait! This little shrine is dedicated to a Pokemon called Landorus. They say that when Tornadus and Thunderous were whipping up storms that damaged houses and fields all over the Unova region, Landorus made them stop. That's a story from way long ago, when my grandpa was a little boy. So if Tornadus and Thunderous come here again, Great Landorus may come back. So yeah, that's what my grandpa told me. So yeah, that's pretty much your little hint to, hey, did you have enough money to buy both games? Did you manage to get Tornadus and Thunderous? We'll transfer them over to at least one game, and there you can see this awesome shrine. And that will obviously activate the Landorus event, I guess, if you would call it an event. Anyway, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so right here we get a big mushroom. And then there's a little bridge on the other way of this pond. And then here we get TM92 Trick Room. A move that causes slow Pokemon to go first in battle. So very useful if you get caught into a battle with a Noctowl. Oh, and a Petal. Oh man, the item's down there. Fuck. So that kinda sucks. And there's pretty much a lot of hidden items around here, I think. Mostly mushrooms, I would assume. So it's always fun. You know what else is also fun? Running into Basculins. You know what else is also fun? Shrines. That shrine looks awesome. I don't know why I'm taking the more dangerous route just to avoid some trainers, because I'm not in the mood. Double Chimneko! Goddamn. Whatever, carrying on. Hell yeah. And we already fought her, so it doesn't really matter. And then we take this back here. So yeah, I'm not gonna get the item because I can't be bothered with. Yeah, bothered with, it's a word. Yeah, forget the items. If they're important, I'll come back later, but otherwise, we're done with that area for good. And we need to carry on, because we're close to a pretty unique area, and what the hell? Ah! Son of a bitch. Oh well. You probably won't see some movement for like the beginning part of this battle, because I'm going to quickly go downstairs and get my cup of coffee! Ah, nuts. Oh my, oh god! Maximum number of boxes is now 24. In other words, you can store 720 Pokemon. That's right. But for some reason, and I was complete like noob when I first saw this. For some reason, you only start off with 8 boxes. Now, don't ask me why Nintendo thought this was a brilliant idea, but for some reason, you start off with 8 boxes, and then. Because when I saw this, I was like, hang on, that can't be right. 8 boxes, how the hell am I supposed to, like, store over 600 fucking Pokemon within 8 boxes? It's implausible. But then I found out via Google that, in matter of fact, if you manage to store at least 1 Pokemon in each of those 8 boxes, you then get another 8 boxes. And then if you store another Pokemon within each of those 8 boxes, you get another 8 boxes. So God knows why YouTube thought it, or not YouTube. Yeah, let's blame YouTube. It's always their fault for something, right? Anyway, why the hell did Nintendo think that that was a brilliant idea? It's like, hey, I know, let's increase the box capacity by 24, but that's only gonna give them 8 to start off with, and then another 8 if they fill up all those boxes, and then another 8 if they fill up all those boxes. Sure, why not? Right? Many people would like to live in the city, and the population is constantly changing. Yeah, no it doesn't. I swear when I visit this area a lot of times, the number of people didn't change. Because Bulbapedia's information of this place didn't help at all. But whatever, welcome to the version exclusive White Forest. So White Forest, as you would guess, is, like I just said, version exclusive to, well, Pokemon White. Just like how in Pokemon Black, it's Black City. Now, the bizarre thing is that according to Bulbapedia, the number of people that visit here is all dependent on how many days it took you to visit the city or something. Hang on, I'll actually have to search this up because, knowing my luck, I completely suck at remembering things, and it's not gonna freaking remember. Oh, fuck. I had to go to Bulbapedia straight away. So, hello, Colin. So, hang on, just a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to put my charger in my DS and then had to delete some space in my camcorder because the SD card was filling up. So anyway, like I was saying, this is White Forest, and according to Bulbapedia, here it is. The appearance of White Forest is dependent on the number of people currently residing in there. But when a player enters this forest for the very first time, the total number of residents is determined by the number of days it took the player to reach White Forest. Now, I don't know if that means in-game days, or like actual days, like actual days, because I've put off coming to White Forest for quite some time just on the basis of that. So number of residents that can be between 0, low occupancy, and 10, maximum occupancy. And yeah, I know I'm butchering words, blah 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 blah. So yeah. So demographics. White Forest has a maximum population of 25, although only 10 residents can be present at any one time. Each NPC has a set number of points, which will change depending on certain functions that can be performed by the player. If an NPC's points value reaches 0, then they will leave White Forest. The factors involved in these are the following. 1 day passes, minus 5 points. Player enters area, plus 3 points. Player talks to a character, plus 10 points. New NPCs can be brought into White Forest by inviting them from Black City via the intro link. NPCs that have left will be visible to other players in the intro link, blah blah blah. So, as you would guess, there are people here, like this calling guy, who apparently means that I can see a level 5 Abra within the wild, because as you can see, there are some grasses here, pieces of grass. This is Silva. Oh, is it Sylvia? I think it's Silva. Sylvia? Yeah, Sylvia. So that means that I have a cool chance of seeing a Wurmple. Sweet. Because I'm looking at Bulbapedia and showing like the Pokemon in which are recited to these people. Now, some people don't have names, which kind of sucks and means obviously they're not that important. Okay, Karina. Okay, Karina. With her here, it means I can see a slack off. Sweet. Now, really, there's only 2 people. I don't know why I said 2 people exactly, because I don't know. Okay, there are, let's see. Going by the basis. There's only really one person in this whole place that I care about, and that's Robbie. Okay? And that's possibly because if he's here, which there doesn't seem to be any sign of him, so that kind of fucking sucks. But if he's here, then that means that there's a cool chance that we can find an Electabuzz in the wild. Well, not Electabuzz, it's a pre-evolution, it's baby form, Elekid. Because Elekid is my favorite electric type Pokemon. Because electric is my favorite type all around, Elekid is therefore my favorite electric type, and so is with Electabuzz and Electivire. So, yeah, so apparently 20 players gives a plus 10 points, and then entering the area gives plus 3. So I talked to a few people here, so clearly my points must be up, right? Jeez. So I don't really get the whole function of White Forest at all. So it's kind of confusing. Anyway, in that wooden house, that should explain that you can actually partake in some battles. Oh, I should possibly also run down the list of Pokemon that you can find depending on the people here. I'm not going to say the people because that'll take it forever. Anyway, you can find Pidgey, both Nidorans, Oddish, Abra, Machop, Bellsprout, Magnemite, Ghastly, Rhyhorn, Porygon, Togepi, Mareep, Hoppip, Elekid, Magby, Wurmple, Lotad, Seedot, Rot, Slackoff, Whisma, Azurill, Aron, Trampage, Bagon, Starly, Shinx, Badoo, Happiny, Woopa, Lotad, Surskit, and Corphish. Anyway, like I said, in this one house, you can partake in some triple battles. If it's Pokemon Black, then they're rotational battles, but in this one, it's just triple. There's a school kid, Shane, who has a Scrafty, a Cofagris, and a Reunculus. So basically, he has a part dark, a ghost, and a psychic type. All level 65. And then there's a nursery aide, Brina, who has a Chandelure, a Chichino, and a Venluxia. Also all level 65. And all female. The other guys, his are all male. Anyway, each day, each resident present may drop an item in one of 10 locations for it to be picked up on that day. The item drops mostly concentrated in Sword of the Mine in Black City. So you could possibly find a Stardust, a Dive Ball, a Thunderstone, a Heart Scale, a Yellow Shard, a Quick Ball, a Net Ball, a Green Shard, a Tiny Mushroom, a Net Ball, a Dusk Stone, a Repeat Ball, 2 Pokeballs, a Rare Bone, a Great Ball, Fire Stone, a Water Stone, an Ultra Ball, a Sunstone, a Leaf Stone, a Moonstone, a Shining Stone, a Big Mushroom, a Dawn Stone, an Oval Stone, a Red Shard, Honey, and Timer Ball. I do love how the Blue Shard wasn't mentioned at all. You can't find those. Because, of course, why would you? So that pretty much it is for White Forest. Apparently, like, some residents can drop items, etc., etc. So I don't know if you can keep talking to them and then that adds 10 points to the whole, like, meter thing. It's hard to explain. Anyway, we're back here because if we go over here, here's the Pokemon Transfer Lab. Remember, back in the first episode of the After Game stuff? Anyway, there's some trainers here, and there's some things. I don't think I have strength. No. I think luckily there's a PC, like, within the lab. Still loving the fucking music, man. Yeah, there we go, there is a PC here. But anyway, that pretty much does it for the After Game stuff. That's right, not really a huge end off here. I mean, God, back in Diamond, we freaking caught Heatran, and that was a bitch. That was a bitch and a half. Anyway, there's nothing too special. I basically explored everything I can. If I have any spare time, or if I have any energy, or can even be bothered to, I possibly will retake the Elite Four on, and then possibly the Champion, who I do not like at all because he's lame. So, yeah. That pretty much does it. Not a lot else to say. Except I'm going to leave you off on this grand after-game adventure with some pretty catchy music. So, yeah. I'll see you guys then. Well, whenever. Bye.